Hi there. I'm going to be doing a reading for you using tarot and oracle cards. Um, I have a little description, just kind of explaining um, some of the do's and don'ts of tarot. So if you're familiar with tarot, you can just skip that. And if you're new, I just have a read through, just so you're not kind of taking things, um, in any way out of proportion. But aside from that, let's get into it. So. Spirit, what kind of message would you like to talk about today? Queen of Wands. Okay. Do you want to elaborate? And Death. Okay. So it's looking like a kind of one stage of perhaps your kind of social persona, kind of going through a transition. Can we clarify Queen of Wands? What about this Queen of Wands is relevant? What's relevant about this Queen of Wands? King of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Can we clarify this? Right. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That flopped upside down very neatly. Okay. What is the relation between this King of Swords and this Queen of Wands? We're getting the Strength. Okay. Strength leading to what, if I could ask? If this is a Queen of Wands who's preparing to bring themselves in a King of Swords energy in relation to some kind of project or mission that hasn't completed, or completed poorly in some way. Is this the strength of the Queen of Wands to now embody a King of Swords energy, to either discuss or to fix this? Or are the Queen of Wands and the King of Swords two different people? What have we got here? Help me clarify with the Strength. Chariot. And Nine of Wands and the Sun. So, yes, this is the same person. And if you're watching this video, this is either you or someone Spirit would like to let you know about. So, I'm going to shelf these for now. Let's take a look into this death. What is going on with this death? What stood before this death occurred? The Magician. With Temperance. Alright. Okay. So this is a creative energy that's kind of well balanced. It's coming from a very emotionally attuned place, with some emotional intelligence as well. What was being manifested here with the Magician? Whew, quite a bit has come out. That's quite the... Wow. Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups, Justice. Wow. A breakthrough about, a love situation. Not necessarily romantic, but it's pretty strong feelings. So it's someone you're pretty close to. Could be important family members, very close friends, or a person of romantic interest. I'm puzzling over. We do have the Fool. So this is either a new relationship, or it's a relationship that's kind of entering a new stage that's kind of profoundly different. So, I'm going to swap away from this deck for now. Let's get out with this very enchanted forest, beautiful deck here. Just with some more cards. What came after the Magician? Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords. Oh, well, actually, I meant to ask after the death, but this would seem to be the cause of the death. So, trying to manifest, trying to create a breakthrough. So this is, well, I would read this as trying to kind of get someone to see that I don't know, a more loving energy in the relationship is the right way to go for both parties. And doing it from a pretty grounded place with temperance. Now, after kind of going through the cycle of trying to create this, what happened is we had quite a big release of energy, probably a lot of communication, met with Eight of Swords, Eight of Challenges in this deck. So it kind of seemed like a lot was happening, and then suddenly things are in a restrained position. Maybe maybe there's a lull in conversation. Um, maybe maybe one or both parties are kind of in their head about what's going on. Okay. But it seems to me that Queen of Wands. I'm still not sure if this King of Swords is a distinctly different character. If this is about someone in a very kind of receptive, fun, banterous, and kind of fiery, maybe a little bit cheeky energy, a little bit flirtatious. If they're trying to kind of get the strength to go into this King of Swords energy, which is, it's discussing perhaps the things that have went wrong that meant that this situation, this Ten of Pentacles, couldn't have got to where it was meant to be, or where you wanted it to be. And it's about bringing the sun energy with it. So you kind of feel the conversation will be difficult because perhaps in some ways you're discussing that this has taken a toll on you, and you don't want it to appear that it's been such a toll that you want to end the relationship. It's Nine of Wands. It's continuing. It's you've been a bit bloodied, but you're bandaged up and you're ready to keep going. And you really want to kind of show that, hey, you're still happy about the situation. This is still something that makes you happy to be going with. We've got the sun here. So yeah, in the chariot is often about kind of going forward whilst taking, pardon me, taking the bad with the good, and kind of taking it in your stride, taking it from a very total acceptance place. Not being not being emotionally turbulent. I mean, I suppose a chariot in reverse would be could be quite a high extremes. A lot of joy and sadness. Normal chariot is like, hey, this is what happens. There's a bit of bad luck. There's a bit of good luck. And that's just how it works out. It's no big deal. All right. Sorry for the interruption. Uh, my dad came home and to stop for a bit. So, what's kind of what's important to know about this? Um, One thing I noticed just on coming back is that uh, we've got the Queen of Wands was clarified by the King of Swords, which makes me feel like it's the King of Swords' mission here on um, kind of seems the topic of this King of Swords energy is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, um, and the perhaps this may be slightly different, but the death, the Eight of Wands to the Eight of Swords. Um, but the King of Swords was the clarification energy. Um, so, it's either saying that, this person or you, I'm just going to continue saying that it's the viewer, but swap it around if you need. As the Queen of Wands, um, this is either your predominant energy, so be sure not to lose your Queen of Wands-ness, even when you go into the King of Swords. Try to remain authentic to yourself. Don't just lose yourself in the mental aspect. Uh, Still, have fun with it and be kind of that gracious elegance and also, um, that kind of charming nature of the Queen of Wands. Um, or it could be that part of your challenge here is to bring more of that Queen of Wands energy forward, um, for the King of Swords to work better. I mean, that's really just two ways of saying the same thing. So, what is going to come after this death? Um, or rather, actually, first off, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Um, what was the Ten of Pentacles in reverse? Is this a past thing? Is this present? What is the current state of this? Kind of for this um, Queen of Wands death stage, which I'm kind of viewing as the present. Um, don't know if I just dropped a card there, if it was already on the ground. Three of Wands, Queen of Swords. Okay. Interesting. So, well, hold on, we've got a couple more cards here just to clarify. If this is the other partner in the relationship, well, it seems to me that you, the viewer, are coming up, I would guess, predominantly in Queen energy, which is more receptive to the other person as opposed to initiating um, from the outright. It's not that clear cut, but so that in this case, the other person is showing up as the Queen of Swords. So they are, with the Three of Wands, they're ready for this discussion. And the discussion about the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, we've got Three of Pentacles, Two of Wands. So you're working together as King and Queen of Swords, um, on negotiating this, um, to kind of get a change in perspective on. And we've got the devil in the Page of Cups. The devil in this deck is the liar. Um, can I get one clarification for the liar, and then one for the Page of Swords? A Page of Cups. The devil, fool, Three of Cups. Okay. And the Page of Cups? Okay. So, I'd like to get just one more clarification card as to what would the Ten of Pentacles be if it were in the upright? What kind of stage is this? What stage of the relationship? It's looking to me that you kind of want to kind of throw up in the air your thoughts about all of the kind of more difficult energy that's been in the relationship, which hasn't been significant, but it's been noticeable. So the Ten of Pentacles, were it upright, would look like Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. I see, okay. And, well, this is, you know, making it clear that this other person kind of sees a long-term stability with you, and kind of isn't taking things lightly, I suppose. Isn't taking the prospect of your continued relationship lightly. So what is it that is present, or what is it that is missing, that makes you feel like this Ten of Pentacles is in reverse? Could it be this Eight of Swords coming from the Eight of Wands? Got Page of Cups, Queen of Swords, Fool. Queen of Swords coming up again. Queen of Swords, Fool. Clarify, what would that be about? Ah, okay. So, you've got a bit of a feeling from this person's held back. They are you're seeing them as presenting less interest than you feel they have, and that this is a deliberate kind of plan of theirs, or at least they're kind of consciously limiting their, like, the seems that the way that you see them feeling is a Knight of Wands, but they're showing up as Page of Cups towards you in this connection, and you view that as kind of a deliberate choice of theirs, and that it's kind of acting as a blockage to, it's acting as a block to a more carefree kind of celebration. Well, that's it's me just reiterating meanings of the cards, but um, you feel that there should be more back and forth, enjoying each other's connection, um, but that there's something in the way, and you want to know. Well, you feel that if they were showing up, if you were in the Ten of Pentacles, they'd be showing up with this energy here, which would be conveying that they're, looking forward to like a steady, slow progression of this, but that they're just kind of, well, they're Four of Cups. They're um, still kind of processing their emotions, trying to find grounding for this connection. So it seems like they're viewing themselves as a bit emotionally volatile, and because of that, they are holding their energy back so as to not, I don't know, cause some kind of disruption. I would guess. I'll ask about that. Um, what is it that this Queen of Swords um, is trying to avoid happening by presenting the Page of Cups as opposed to their Knight of Wands? What is it that they're trying to avoid? They're in a Four of Cups energy, so they're just kind of, they want things to go forward. They're happy about things going forward. They view this as a good opportunity, but there's something that's leaving them a bit emotional. So, I don't know, a bit emotionally just kind of meh. What are they trying to protect by being in this Page of Cups energy? Okay. And the root of the issue is Eight of Swords and Strength. Interesting, okay. So are they building their own strength? And then we've got Three of Wands, Seven of Swords. So these are cards that are already coming up. Clarify Three of Wands, Seven of Swords here. Well, these cards popped out on the Three of Pentacles, so I'm going to take them. Ah, Five of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, which is almost another way of saying the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this is something that they intend to be open to talking to you about. They don't want to talk to you about it now, but they're... I get a clarification on this Eight of Swords strength. So the Three of Wands is, you're kind of waiting for this to come in. So this could be the next time you're going to see them, or there's some kind of significant landmark of time as to when they think this will be an appropriate conversation. So clarifying the Eight of Swords and the Strength, with the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So they've got some... Oh, we've got the Seven, the Eight, and the Nine of Swords here. Perhaps they're fearing a Ten of Swords, which they don't want to bring in, because we've also got that Nine of Swords is sandwiched by the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So they see what you have established so far as, being small and just the foundation of the situation, but um, they kind of they know that in a place in their life they're very in terms of what they have going on, the more material world, this is a good opportunity and they can support it, they can hold it, but mentally they know they've just got some anxiety, some fear, some worry of some kind, and it's kind of causing them to, that Nine of Swords I think is causing them to doubt, um, doubt and mentally put down this Ten of Pentacles. This is kind of an energy of, oh, it wouldn't be that good, whatever, I probably don't need to, I don't know, get my hopes up about this or anything. I don't need to expect anything great. I might be disappointed, but it seems like that's only a part of them, and the other part of them is like, hey, no, I want to go for this, and I don't want to ruin it with that kind of energy. So they're seeing both sides of themselves, and selecting what they want to come out to your side. Now I'd like to ask Spirit, perhaps for clarity on whether this relates to you, and just for confirmation of your own understanding, what is the kind of role in the energy of the viewer showing up in the King of Swords, Queen of Wands energy? Alright, it almost came out, but it went back in hiding. What is their role in this relationship at the moment? How are they showing up, and how are they being, how are they showing up? Not necessarily how they're being seen. The Shaman. Trust in higher forces. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. And Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Alright, interesting. So, you're in a place where you are trusting in, whether or not this is going to come together. You're either seeing that, hey, this is going to work out, and or if it doesn't, then I trust that that is the right path for me, and that that's meant to help me, even if it doesn't feel like it in the moment. Now, could you clarify these 3 cards I just drew? Whose energy is this? Is this an aspect of... alright. So, this is of the other person. We have the Knight of Wands and the 3 of Wands pop up. So they are, well, in regards to this connection, they are devoted and committed. They're coming up as the Sage. So, they are thinking of the good of this relationship. They're showing up as Air Guardian, which is their main energy was Queen of Swords, and your main energy was Queen of Wands, and you've got Fire Guardian, they've got Air Guardian. So they're trying to shift their perception. They're in the mental space at the moment. And they're also in a space of divination with the seer. This is, if they read tarot or they have a spiritual practice, this is the most reflective card of that. Um, but it's also about seeing beyond the current situation. So this could also be about, some kind of shadow work, some investigation of their own anxieties and what's keeping them in this 7, 8, 9 of swords situation. And just on the bottom of the deck, it's just nice that we've got the Spirit Fox here. Trust your talents in changing times. So, you're very quickly adaptable. You're showing up as a Queen of Wands and a King of Swords. So, I think you can trust that in this situation, if you need to make a quick pivot, if there's something going on that, you weren't aware of, you'll notice it quickly. You'll be able to adapt. Now, can I also get just a bit more of an abstract part of this read? One animal card for both people in this connection, with this being to help me see an aspect of both you and the other person that Spirit wants to bring to your attention. This could be something that you aren't aware of, or you're kind of aware of, you might possibly be there, but needs more attention or more consideration. So for the viewer, can I get one card, please? 2 if you insist. 3 and we're going crazy, Spirit. Not 10, thank you. That's a bit too much. Okay. Well, they came out, but they're pointing towards the right side, which is the other person. So, we have the buffalo and the fish. Interesting. Well, the buffalo is, they're not easily scared off. They know their power, and they know that they can hang around grazing in the area they want to graze, and it takes quite a big threat to scare them off. They can fight off most threats. And we also have the fish. So not only do they have the buffalo's capacity to face like a lion head on, if there's a lion attacking them, they also, this is making me think of, schools of fishes, and how they can, quickly dissipate, and they use their pack to kind of disappear and avoid predation. So interesting that these are both these. I'm kind of getting both 2 strategies really, and 2 considerations. So I think this 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles energy that they're showing up in, the Page of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, this is their buffalo energy. They, as well as, their devotion and their commitment to kind of sticking through this stage of the situation, this 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They're not scared easily. They know this. They know they're big. They've got big energy. And at the same time, they're being cautious and kind of submitting to some of their fears. What aspects, after that little preamble, Spirit, would you like to draw my attention to for the buffalo? What aspects of this buffalo are relevant for the viewer's consideration? King of Swords, Hermit. Right. And interesting. There's a couple cards on the ground. I think I will wait to look at after looking at this. So, no, I just need confirmation, Spirit. Do you want me to read the buffalo as being the viewer's energy, actually, or of the other person, this Queen of Swords? Whose energy? The wise woman and justice. Yes. No, this is their energy. And furthermore, having justice from this deck being the huntsman, but this being a friendly huntsman, petting the deer, bow in the other hand pointed down. It almost means you see this person as a catch, a big catch, a buffalo. Were you to hunt this buffalo, it would be, one of the most fruitful, one of the most bounteous catches that you could make. But that's not your intentions. Your intentions are much kinder than hunting it. But maybe there's a consideration of that. Because they have this strength, it has given you space to really think about how you want to address the Four of Cups that they're in. And it's given you space and distance to actually kind of consider this. While they've been in this Four of Swords, Page of Cups energy, they've been, waiting, not really connecting much, giving you a little bit, but not what you expect, considering what you think you know about how they feel, which will allow you, when you do next see this person, to actually come in with a Nine of Swords and Judgment. So you'll actually be able to, you've had enough time. It's the combination. It's basically, it's seeing this as a blessing to the situation. This distance they have created, out of them wanting to protect the connection, has also given you space to reflect on the fact that they feel they need to create distance to protect the connection. And you can come forward being like, hey, so what's going on? And this is a judgment. This is a judgment moment. This is a calling. This is, will you heed the call or not? Is this person, and we're finishing off with the Emperor energy, so this could either be you, showing up as an emperor with this judgment, coming forward as the Knight of Swords, like, hey, I'm an emperor, what are you going to do about it? Or this could be them showing up to your judgment as an emperor, clarified by the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, So this is given you an opportunity to have a critical point of reflection as to, is this going to be right? Is this relationship a right fit? Because you now have something tangible through this time of reflection, something tangible you can bring up and be like, hey, this is interesting. I've noticed this thing. Um, what's going on here? And if they, show up and show that they've got a mature and responsible um, kind of understanding of why that is, then you're a good match. And if not, if it's coming from um, a very subconscious place, they don't really understand it, or if they don't come clean about what it is, then okay, this is a bit more of a complicated dynamic. I maybe don't want to get into this. So, the two cards that came up before, they landed on the ground and they were slightly in reverse. And it's the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So these are the other two nines. Earlier we had pop up from the same deck, actually, the other two nines. Pentacles and swords right next to each other. All nines. So yeah, this is you're on the cusp of seeing, is the Ten of Pentacles going to right itself, or is it going to stay unrighted? And what are you going to do about that? Is that something that you're willing to tolerate? Is that what you feel you deserve, or do you feel you deserve to not get into something like that? Is this going to be a discontenting situation that you think you can continue on with, but is kind of just going to leave you feeling strung along, I suppose. Yeah. And I'll just finish up with an affirmation and one of these Threads of Fate oracle cards. Could we get a Threads of Fate oracle card? And do I have the little booklet? I don't have the little booklet, so I'm just... Oh, I do actually, but I'm not going to use it. I've decided. What have we got here? Nature. Ha 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 ha! And it's sideways. Well, I do remember the meaning of this card, I think. This is about understanding what it is that fulfills you, what you're capable of, what dynamics work with you. This is about understanding yourself and your place in the world, how you relate to others, how you relate to various dynamics. This is about knowing what is a good fit for you, what is not, and being able to find your more natural state of flow. This calls for a use of your intuition, your emotions, and that clear-headed, that King of Swords and that Hermit energy. You don't know if this is a natural fit or an unnatural fit. It's undecided. So bear that in mind. Don't fall into pessimism. Don't fall into optimism about, well, not optimism, but don't fall into limerence. Don't start getting all into fantasies about this person. You don't know how it's going to turn out. Now, just to finish off on a little affirmation, just a little super attractor card. That's a little helpful little affirmation, just to plant in the viewer's mind. Alright. So, well, this is in regards to you not being sure if this is the place where you're meant to be yet. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. Well, so this is saying there is some degree of agency that you have in determining whether or not this will turn into a good fit for you. If you want this to be a good fit, which, I mean, everyone who starts anything wants the thing they're starting to be a good fit for who they are. Bring joy into the situation. You can change some of the context of what's going on. You can uplift people's mood so they're in a better position. So there is something you can do positively if you want to make sure that this is a good fit. And in regards to if this is a Nine of Wands, Nine of Cups in reverse, these are some affirmations for you. So if this doesn't work out, if it doesn't pan out, I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. I don't have to fear my fear. I can use it as a way to get closer to love. That's interesting. So, if it turns out that this is a situation that's going to leave you feeling like you're waiting around for it to get good, first off, you don't have to be dependent on whether or not this works out to be in a space of love and joy. You can just find that for yourself. And something to help that, and also in addition, is that if you're afraid of this being, a draining situation that might get a little toxic for you, maybe it's just not a good fit for you, maybe you're going to feel like you're running in circles and getting nowhere, that is vital experience for you, and you don't have to fear that, because in the long run it will help find you closer to getting what you do want, and then you will be grateful for the experience, because you will be able to see what you do want and know that you want it because you've seen the opposite. You'll be more grateful for it. All right. There's your reading. I hope this has been of some help for you. Oh, okay. Just in case you're resonating with the other side of this situation. If you are the Queen of Swords, the buffalo and the fish, what is an affirmation for... What affirmation are this person's guides trying to get them to see? What is it that their kind of spiritual challenge, whether or not they will fulfill it, what is it? When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Interesting. Interesting, they were showing up in the seer. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Well, your guides are this person's guides, or the universe in general, or their subconscious mind is getting them to clarify what it is that they want and why it is that they're feeling the way they feel and why they're in this conflicted energy. And they may be intentionally trying to connect to this wisdom, potentially through spiritual means. Wow, wow. I'm making this video before even deciding on a YouTube name, or anything like that. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We're trying to make these pretty regularly.